8-inch pipe lighter here. Studio pipe lighter. Says U.S. Lighter Corp. Let's see. Studio 48. Made in Japan. Okay, the back doesn't come out, so apparently, let's see if this is directions. No, that's just, okay. So, we're going to work on this. This is put a cloth underneath this while working on it, because this lighter's pretty good shape and I don't want to get any fine scratches on it. Rubber mat might have some filings or something in it, you know, from previous job, but anyway, okay, let's go ahead and disassemble it. Even though this is a living proof right here, even though the lighter's brand new, guys, it can need repaired. So, that's what I'm going to do here. Very little use in there. Flint wheel has very little use on it. First thing I'm going to do, I got it out, is just clean the inside of this lighter out. Nobody's going to see it, but you know what? I see it, so. Okay. We're good there. Except for the inside of here. Now we're good. All right. Gotta be careful of this little spring here. Really careful. Okay. I just about bet I'm going to have to. I can't remember. I've worked on these before. See so many of these lighters out. All right. Go. Okay, that's done. Well, I forgot. Got to take this out. There's a real. They don't get as much clearance on these. It's amazing how they design these things with the clearance they do. It really is. Well, let me take this off. There we go. There's that. Okay. All right. Put that right back in the regular case. It doesn't get scratched up. Well, that don't seem very good. Let's go ahead and let's take the filler valve out first. Now I'm going back down to the rubber mat. Okay. The inside's good. That wasn't pliable enough, it did break. I'm guessing that's 3mm. .3 by 8. See if I got that one up here. This one here would actually work, except it doesn't have a, it's got to have a platform. Let's see here. 2.65. Let's see here. Two 6, 2 4, 2 6, 3. I'm thinking that's gonna work. 3mm OD, 0.8 cord. Okay, we got that, that, and that. That's good. We're good there. Five. I'm gonna stretch that one. Actually, let me grab a bigger size. It's too much. Too much. Need to use an 8mm cord here. We'll go with that one. I'm gonna say that was 5, correct? No, it's 6. We can go with this. 5.1 by 5.1 by 0.8. That should work. Yeah. By the time I screw it down in there. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. This hasn't got anything to do with valve system, but it's got a gasket on it. So nevertheless, I gotta change it. Because it could very well start to leak outside that, especially by the looks of this thing. Yeah, it looks pretty. Yeah, it looks pretty well wore. Five. I think I'm gonna use a 1 on that. There we go. That's good there. Gonna have to improvise here a little bit. That's 3.5, 4. Too much. Specialty tool, guys. You gotta make do with what you have. Believe you me. This definitely needs a specialty tool here. But I'm not gonna make one because I don't work on one of these very often. What I got that does work will be good enough. Well, little brass rod doesn't want to come out. I wonder if I got a tool that might work. I see that's a knurled seated down in there. I got some kind of specialty tools, but they're made for other lighters, but you never know. Might get lucky. Too big. Okay. We'll try this number 4. Well, my 5 might do it. 4.5, possibly. Let's try a 5. What I want to do is just kind of get over the knurled area, see? There we go. You see what I'm talking about here? Okay. Let's get that part out of there. And let's sit here and get down in here, see what we got. Okay. There we go. Right there's your problem. See that? See how that filter's gunked up? That's the problem. That thing's gunked up. See all that crud coming off there. Say, what's that from? Probably just leaving butane in there long periods of time. I'm sure that's probably it. Got corrosion on the outside of it. I don't know why that center's got a little hole in it, but see the little concave hole. Break that little point. That's a specialty point, so I want to get something smaller. it's got a little concave dimple in it, but nevertheless, 3mm sponge. Those screens, those, I think I always use these filters, guys, got a hole in it. Alright, that's all I use. That sponge gets plugged up like the other one did, you'll still get gas through the hole here. You know, they're supposed to be 3mm, but they're more like 2.5. I noticed some of them in here look different sizes. I think they mixed some on me. Grab one that looks a little bigger here. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that's closer. That's closer to the size. All right. Well, let's look down here and see how much garbage. Oh boy, it's dirty. It's really dirty. Got a lot of corrosion on the inside walls. All right, I have to clean that off. Yeah. I gotta get some more pipe cleaners. That's not bad. Yeah, we're good there. I think I see a little bit of corrosion on the wall there. We're good. All right. Now, let's get this off of here. Now, 3mm OD. I'm guessing probably a 0.8. Yeah. Okay. Six. 3.8 one I used earlier. What you find out is it's sealed. Yeah. That's good. That's pretty good. Okay. If you don't know what this is your maximum plane height adjustment screw. You say, well, what do you mean? Well, keep in mind when you drop that on, drops. I don't think there's a video I haven't done. I haven't dropped something. Anyway, the sponge goes right here. When you screw this down, this pushes on this rod here, and that rod compresses that sponge against this right here. Okay. Now, okay. Now what this does here, you're going to screw this in. You're going to screw this in to where you get your maximum flame height, then you'll seat this down with it. That way when you're going to screw this back out, it doesn't go past this certain point, so you won't get a higher flame. Always leave them a little bit more flame than you need anyway, just for, but alright. Okay, get these tools out of the way here so I can work. Okay. Let's clean this off. That seal looks good. It's a flat seal too. And the reason that seal looks good, it doesn't see much any butane at all, so. Four millimeter OD. Say a 4x. I'm gonna say a 4x6. I'm gonna go with a 7. 3.82 by 6.6. That'll work. I use a razor blade. I want to show you something. See that right there? That's compressing this body. Now you get that out. Sometimes I can do it like this. There it is. Boom. Fairly clean, but just a little bit of dirt down in the very bottom of it. Just not even dirt, it's just a little bit of residue from the bottom of the stopper. Rubber, so the rubber residue, I guess. Not very much. We're good. Get that spring off of there. Get that stopper off of there. And I don't know. Let's try 1.5 by 1. Let's try the 1.5 by 1. Sometimes where I run into a problem on these stoppers is getting the correct thickness on the on the tail piece there. Yeah, I got that. See, I got pretty much the right diameter. Yeah, I'll go a little bigger. .5, 1.9 by 1.2. That's going to cause a problem. None of these are going to work, they're too big. Alright. I might have to use this one and shave it down. I got a snake in space, so I'm going to have to use this one and shave it down with a new razor blade. Because everything's a .85. As far as the stem, I tried the 1's too small, and this is a .85. So I'm going to try the 1.9 and 1.2. I got a snake in space, and the 1.2 will work in here. Yeah, it does. But you can see that it's too big around. See, because I don't think the spring is going to go over it. Yeah, the spring ain't going to go over that. So let me get a brand new razor blade out of here. Because the brand new one cuts the best. Especially for that kind of work. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go around it and cut it down. Okay. you see that? That's how that's done, guys. That's why you want to use a new razor blade. So now the spring goes over it. Still gonna leave that there. Let me get these out of the way here. Now, you guys out there working on this, if you don't have this particular O-ring here, you might get by with just greasing the one you got. And 2.4. Getting greasing the one you got and going with that. I'm going to go with this one right here. 1.8 with 0.5 cord. All that O-ring is for is when your valve comes up in the on position, it helps seal the butane from coming out around the valve, out around this little pressed in fitting. That's all. So I mean, as soon as you get done with your lighter and quit using it, it'll quit leaking there, even if it was. So it's not what you call a game changer or anything. But when I do it, I want to do it right, obviously. So we're just going to put a new one on there. And see what I'm talking about. The spring pushes your valve up. Okay. Seal from coming around outside of here. Of course, when you're done using it, the stopper goes down, blocks the gas from coming out either way. So good. Next thing to do is to make sure that I don't have any plugged up valve here. So bear with me a second here. I got to get my, what I do with my filler valves for my I'm going to go out of frame here because I got to kind of hold everything here while I'm checking and get close up. So we're good. I got blue gas through here, coming out here. So we're good. Okay. So we'll put that down through there. And we'll ain't gonna fiddle with that, that's fine. I really don't need that. that anyway. I can just, usually you can just press down. Unless this thing comes out too easy, you can just press that down and leave it the way it is. Okay. So you're good. 4. Yeah. 3.7 by 0.7. 3.7 by 0.7 is what we're going to use on this. I do need to just a minute here. I gotta check this. Yeah. Make sure that hole wasn't plugged there. It wasn't. So we're good there. I looked through it earlier, but I want to double check it. Okay. So I'm gonna install that back. We're good there. Now what we want to do here is put the sponge down in there and tap it down flat, which we got. Put that back down in there. Screw that down. Alright, now I'm going to go off camera here again and I'm going to fill this thing up. I don't have exactly the right adapter on this can of butane because let me find something that'll work. I don't have anything that'll work exactly. But I'm using this here freaking butane here, you know, with it for your stove. See, why is that? Because I'm going through a lot of freaking butane, that's why. I gotta freaking cut down. I mean, you You say that ain't clean, is it? No, it ain't clean. You're only gonna put it in there just for one little bit, so. Get one of them off of there. I need to heat this up a little bit so I can expand it. Let's try that. That'll work a little better. All right. I'm going to come up better. There we go. Now normally I crank that down quite a bit. This is normally in the on position, and that's the off, but well, there we go. Let's see what we got here. That's probably maximum right there. I'll turn it up a little higher because that gas pressure is going to settle down inside there. I can adjust it later. I would set this setting here to set it and forget it, okay? Because you back that out too far, you can back this one out too. So just set it and forget it, guys. Really no need to mess with your flame adjustment all the time. Just set it and forget it. When the flame starts getting low on it, well, shoot some more gas in it. All right. Now, let me see here. All right. You gotta be careful with this here. This is your mechanism here that's gonna turn that off, all right? Okay. I'm gonna show you something here. This little mechanism is gonna go over here like this. Pay attention here, all right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the flame on here. Okay. You see what's going on here? Watch this area right here. When you push down on this, it hits this little spring mechanism, okay? So you don't want to bend this thing all up. You bend that up and get it out of whack, you'll have a problem. Matter of fact, that's why I unscrewed that and take this here spring out of there. If I try to knock this out of the tank and something happens, the next thing you know you're bending that, then it can be a tedious thing if you bend that up trying to get it back to where it's in sync, so to speak. So keep that in mind when you're working on these, because I'll tell you what, guys, that's from experience. I kid you not. All right. Now, what we're going to do here. Okay. All right, we're going to put this, I'm going to kind of clean my hands off here a little bit. Put that lighter back in this body here, everything back in the body. All right. Tight tolerances there, so just be careful. There you go. All right. I'm not going to put the sticker on yet. I'll put everything back together here and make sure that everything's good and working, okay? Don't squeeze these here with your fingers either. Make sure you get this on right. This is gonna. So let me see. So this has got to go on like this. Okay. So let's get this cap on here. premium flint in there. That's all I got left in premium flints. Be careful of these guys. Whew. Had these things fly out. Keep your finger close by while you're trying to screw these in. Just be careful. Alright. Usually put a new flint in, you take a couple strikes, you know, get it going, because you gotta get the, there we go. Screwed it down a little bit here. There we go. Flame adjustment's good. That's actually, you can hear. It's about as high as you need it. The only thing left to do, guys, is I'm going to bleed this. I'm going to put some more butane in it. And that's good. I'll tell you another thing I usually do on these two guys to help you out. What I like to do on them is I like to put a little, I like to put an O-ring on there. The reason I do that is because you can put these on fingernail tight with an O-ring, and it's not gonna come off, you know, if you put it on there fingernail tight. If you don't have an O-ring on there, you know, and you don't stick it on very tight, this cap could vibrate off, or you know how things, you know, especially I know how things want to walk away. Things want to walk away. I don't, and all it does just take me just a few seconds here, you know, to, even if that cap doesn't go all the way flush, let's see what it does. You're still better off. Look at that. It goes flush, and it's on there, and I can just take it off with my fingernail and put it back on, and it's not going to vibrate off or anything like that, so we're good to go. The only thing I got to do now is get my Canon contact adhesive out, grab me an old scrap piece of paper down here in the waste can, shoot a little bit of that contact adhesive on there. And take this, put some contact adhesive on the bottom. Then put this back on. There's what I got. Got a little bit of adhesive coming out of there. That'll wipe off, though. I'll get a little bit of that, you know, what I call Goo Gone, stick off there. Got it wiped off mostly now. Anyway, got a little bit of air in it. Let's bleed it. Let's bleed it out. You start getting a little bit of an erratic flame, guys, like that. You got air in your tank. You know, after taking out a valve, any the filler valve or anything, your tank's just full of air. So you might have to fill it and purge it several times to get that air out of there. Of course, I'm trying to fill it up. I ain't got the right filler valve on there, but adapter. But it is what it is. It'll get straightened out here. All right. Remember, any kind of fluctuation, you might have moisture or air in the tank. Fingernail tight. Anyway, that's what we got for a studio pipe lighter. Thanks a lot, guys.